My film's called Family Drug. Okay, about the film. Okay. Well, the film's based on two drug dealers, and yeah, it all begins with the sister after has been kidnapped, and then the other guy, which is the relevant sister, tries to rescue her, but then by the time he goes there, it's too late, and she ends up being killed. Okay, well, I didn't really know what was a target audience from my film, but yeah, I think mostly males will watch it. Yeah, probably not for freedom to things are far more challenging. So it's difficult, like trying to get the right location because my characters that live far. And we had to make like the film on Sunday because it was at the time of the week, so it was during church. Okay. Well, yeah. And I wanted to use my own music for it. So yeah. But then the music, I couldn't, well, I got it, but then it was in the wrong format, so it's not in the film now, but I'll probably put it later. And yeah, it was quite easy, like getting actors there, because we had like a drama group at church, so I just used them. And the fact that I didn't have to go like choose music from non-copyright music.
Okay. Right, good. Interesting delay. Right, let's give Asnila some feedback. Now, Asnila, you might want to write some of this down as we're talking, but I think most of it's being picked up on the camera anyway. Zoe, can you turn the lights on for me? Sorry to keep asking you to do this. Fabian, you've always got lots to say. Let's start with you. What you like about that? What was good?
I like the seriousness of it.
Yeah.
Like, it reminded me of other films like, war films, like some war films like Tears of Sun and stuff like that. They're quite fun, quite serious because people have been like abusive, and that looked quite serious to me, and I like that aspect of it.
Absolutely. I think I said to Asnila earlier. I think lots of art media studies students rely on a lot of people that don't do media studies to be in their films and to take it seriously. And your little cast certainly gave it their all. Okay, as they're playing their gangsters, I thought that was really good. So that comes under mise en scène, doesn't it? Really. I don't know, who's the guy that was sitting down? I think he's quite a good actor. Yeah, Emma. I think he's quite a good actor. He was clearly quite enjoying himself. I liked that a lot. Yeah, he was. Molly.
I liked how they were dressed and stuff. I thought it set the scene really well.
Yeah, good. Absolutely. I think the mise en scène. I think you've really taken care to make sure that you tried your hardest to make people look like they were real gangsters. And I think how old are those guys? Sorry? They're all in uni. Well, this is the point, isn't it? Often, when you have people playing gangsters, it's clearly 16-year-olds dressed up as looking a bit older. You've actually got your cast, though, who look older and makes it look more realistic. And it lends your film, it adds to your film, because it lends your film a certain sense of authenticity. You know what I mean? And that's really nice. That's a really positive thing to say about it. Excuse me. Last year, or the year before last, there was a group that did a very similar kind of film, but it was their mates all dressed up in suits that were much too big for them, and they didn't look like gangsters you could possibly take seriously, whereas your cast did, and that's really good. Okay, Shelby.
There was a bit I liked where the editing ran about from one bit to another.
Can you remember which bit that was?
No.
I liked where it went from, obviously you had one main location, and I liked the bit where we sort of went from, I think that was sort of almost like, I don't know how to describe it, I think like the hallway scene bit, where you've got the guy sitting down with the woman behind him, and then the guy comes and tries to get his girlfriend, or whatever it might be. I think that worked nice. It's a sister. Sorry, let's not get those two things mixed up. Sister, alright, good. Sister/girlfriend. Away, that works nicely, I liked that. Okay, good. Across the table, Bobby?
I think location was great, and it really showed that you do a lot of research and planning, because all the mise en scène, from location to costumes, it was all set out like this type of movie, genre of movie would be. So I thought it was really good.
Good, thank you, Bobby. I agree. I think the temptation is always to use the school corridors, and the school corridors can be used really well and really creatively in lots of different videos. It's amazing how often the S corridor has been used for horrors and thrillers and comedies and all sorts, and classrooms. But actually, taking the effort to shoot it somewhere else added to your film as well. So that was really good. Gemma?
I liked the bit at the end when the sister was screaming and stuff, and then he just like closed the doors on her.
Yeah, I did too.
To like finalise it.
I did too. It's a good example of how sound can be used quite effectively. You can still hear her screaming and you can't see her, and often media students want to show everything, and actually leaving something unshown can work quite well. Georgia?
I like the cast that he had, and because I think they worked really well together. And like you're saying about what's his name, Ama. Yeah, I think he was really good.
Yeah, Amy was creepy. Amy was scary. I bet he's not in real life, but he came across as scary. Good, yeah, I like that too. Okay, bearing in mind that Asandile needs some constructive criticism, what can we say? Going back to the start. Fabian, yes. Sorry, Ellen, I didn't come to you. Give me some constructive criticism in a minute. Have a think. Fabian.
I think I saw when she was in the classroom with sister and the guys went in.
Yeah.
When they were taking her out, I think I saw someone who wasn't meant to be there. Some woman on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, who quickly ran out of shot, but
very, good observation. Very important. A bit like, say, Shelby's film. You really think about anything in the background that you don't want to be there. It's about framing and composition, isn't it? And I think sometimes you need to really kind of make sure that everything is just right, you know, and there's not someone that kind of looking in and what are they filming in that room, kind of thing. Interesting point. Opening up to kind of the floor. Any other kind of constructive criticism you'd like to offer? Yes.
I know there's a lot of dialogue, but it would have been nice to have like a bit of music, like slots in there somewhere.
Yeah, Asandila, he has got music to add on to this. We've just been having a few problems uploading it, so the final one I think will have a soundtrack, and you're right, that will add to it as well, and that will make it more like a film. Okay, absolutely. Anything else? Molly?
I thought the camera was a bit shaky at times.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the camera work. Now, how much of that was on purpose, that you wanted a really shaky handheld effect, and how much was just feeling a bit not comfortable with the camera? Okay, and again, what the examiner will want to see certainly next year is that somewhere, handheld is fine, okay, but somewhere in your trailer that you've got a tripod and you've got a camera and that it's still for something, okay, in year 13. And also, in fact, I keep talking about year 13, but you guys are going to come back after your exams in year 12 and make another film before the summer to keep those skills going, okay? So actually, that will be something to really practice, yeah?
what's this about? New film, summer?
Year 12,
Yeah.
you go and have your exams,
Yeah.
then you come back to school,
Okay.
you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, for about half a term. And in that half a term, Mr. Thornton and his lessons will introduce some postmodern films for you and you'll watch those. And in my lessons we'll make another film.
Which will get graded?
No,
Okay,
practice
good.
film.
Alright.
Okay, trying to work on some of these targets. I'll set you a topic, and otherwise if you then go into year 13 and you haven't filmed for 8 months or whatever, it can be a bit of a culture shock. So we try and keep those skills going. Okay, all that you've learned, we make another film. Okay, Asandila, good, thank you. We'll leave it there. Well done, Asandila, thank you very much. Good, yeah. Gemma.